Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Newport News, Virginia, here on the campus of Newport News Shipbuilding, all the way down to the Apprentice School Athletic Center. We're here courtside with me, Howard McCain, and our producer engineer, Sekou Fry, for tonight's big-time matchup between Warren Wilson College out of North Carolina and your Apprentice School Builders. We want to thank everyone who's watching online, and also we'd like to thank Bayport Credit Union for their continued support of Builder Athletics here in Newport News at Newport News Shipbuilding. But right now, the task at hand for the Builders, they want to advance into the playoffs because, folks, we're already into the conference tournament. We're already into the quarterfinal round, and the Builders are alive. But if they want to get there, they have to go through Warren Wilson College. Now, the good thing about it is these teams have already met a couple of times already this season, and the Builders won both basketball games. One win here was an 87-73 win, and the other win came on the court of Warren Wilson in overtime back in November by a score of 109-107. So these teams normally play each other very close. So this should be a very entertaining basketball game here at the Apprentice School Athletic Center. Now, the stakes for both teams tonight, the winner of this basketball game advances to the next round, where they'll take on Johnson, I believe it's Johnson Wales University at Charlotte, and they'll take that team on in Charlotte. So that'll be a home game for the #1 seeded team in the tournament. So the Builders have a lot to play for tonight, so I expect a Herculean effort out of our Builders tonight as they take on the Owls of Warren Wilson College. Both teams have been introduced, and they're about to make their way to half court for the opening tip of the quarterfinal round of the EMAC tournament here at the Apprentice School Athletic Center on the campus of Newport News Shipbuilding. We'll have the starting lineups in just a moment, but both teams have made their way to midcourt, and we're ready to tip. The officials for tonight's game are Raymond Payne, Kendall Ridley, and Tyler Jones. Again, both starting lineups have already been introduced, and I'll see if I can get them in quickly. Well, actually, we're going to have the tip first as we are about to be underway. Quarterfinal round action of the EMAC basketball tournament here at the Apprentice School Athletic Center on the campus of Newport News Shipbuilding, as Miles Barrett gets things started for the Builders. Here's Barrett with the basketball. Feed down low to Marion Moore, but he's stripped. Basketball goes out of bounds. Builders will keep possession, and on the floor with Marion Moore as the starters. Marion Moore, Drew Walton with the basketball. Corey Joyner. There's Corey with the basketball. Feeds down low to Drew. Shot up, misses. But Moore's there to clean up the miss. And the Builders take a 2-0 lead here, as Corey Joyner is again joined on the floor with Miles Barrett. And that is the starting five for the Builders as the first shot. Brian Fuller is also on the floor as a starter for the Builders as the first shot by the Owls misses. There's a rebound and a foul. That foul will go on Brent Davis. That'll be his first personal foul, first team foul for the Owls. Justin Storr, Nicholas McDonald, Jordan Gant, and Jaquan Lockhart make up the starting five for the Owls of Warren Wilson. Here's Miles Barrett. Skip pass over to Fuller. Here's Joyner. Joyner stripped, but the loose ball ends up in the hand of Drew Walton, who's able to put it up and in. Builders 4-0 lead over the Owls. 18:48 left in the first half. Shot clock at 20. Shot missed by the Owls. Here's Barrett. Joyner. Feed to Moore. Couldn't handle it. Warren Wilson was able to get the basketball back. Bit of a scrum on the floor. Barrett Davis was unable to get up off the court with the basketball, so he quickly calls a timeout, so that will keep possession with the visiting Owls. The Owls again out of Winona, North Carolina, and they come into tonight's basketball game with an overall record of 12-17, 3-5 in the EMAC. So the Owls again If they win the basketball game, just like the Builders, they advance in the tournament to take on Johnson Wales University at Charlotte in Charlotte, North Carolina. So this should be a very entertaining basketball game. As you can see early on, both teams' energy level is high. They both know what they're playing for, and that's a berth in the next round of the tournament. All right. Timeout is over. Warren Wilson triggers. Here's Storr. Storr, offensive foul. So for Justin Storr, that is his first personal foul. That is the team's second. Justin Storr, not small by any stretch. Stands about 6'2", 250. That is a welcome size for any linebacker on any football team at any school, much less a forward on the basketball team. As Fuller pulls from three and hits. 7-0 is the score. Builders lead the Owls. 18:04 left in the first. Here's Storr. Inside. Ball goes back outside. This is only the third shot at the basket by the Owls, and they are yet to connect as Marion Moore unable to handle the loose ball. Drew Walton comes away with it. Here's Barrett. Barrett, feed. Walton, shot up and good. 9-0 is our score. 17:33 left in the first half as the Owls go back on offense. Owls in and out. Storr, three, good. Justin Storr's first shot is up and in. That's a three-pointer, so our score now, Builders 9, Owls 3. Again, the energy is high on the floor right now for both basketball teams. As Walton works it over to Joyner, 15 seconds on the shot clock, 17:02 on the game clock. Shot clock at 10. Joyner squares, three shot, good. Builders on fire early here in the basketball game. Can't seem to miss as the Owls turn it over. Here's Joyner. Crossover the kick to Barrett for three. Misses. Marion Moore with the putback. 14-3 now. Builders. 16:35 left in the first half as Davis is fouled. So the pace finally slows down because of a foul, and that foul will go on Bryant Fuller. That will be his first personal foul, the first team's foul. Brent Davis will make his way to the free throw line to shoot two. Owls currently trail by 11, 14-3 to the home Builders here in the quarterfinal round of the EMAC basketball tournament, and the first goes down as wholesale substitutions make their way into the ball game. Troy Brown along with Jacorian Martin and Logan Neff enter the basketball game for the Owls. 16:31 left. Owls trail by 10, make it 9. 14-5 is our score as both foul shots are made by Brent Davis, who takes a seat on the bench. And we have a quick wardrobe change here at half court. As Sadiq Johnson makes his way into the basketball game. I believe that is Sadiq. Now, he did make a jersey change to number 22. My roster says that is Sadiq Johnson. We'll get confirmation on that. He may have had a situation with his jersey. May have had to switch out with another player as Joyner and Fuller. 15 seconds on the shot clock. Joyner. Three-point shot, no good. Drew Walton fights for the rebound and is poked out of bounds by the Owls. Anthony Behringer, the head coach for the Owls, makes a substitution as Jaquan Lockhart makes his way into the basketball game for Jordan Gant. Here's Drew Walton. Now Barrett to Joyner. 21 seconds on the shot clock. Builders looking to get the ball inside as Moore squares. Shot goes down. 16-5 is our score. Builders over the Owls. 15:50 left in the first half. Trey Brown works it around to Sadiq Johnson. Johnson to Martin. Owls working the perimeter. Three-point shot barely gets the front of the rim, but the Owls able to come away with the rebound and the putback. Jaquan Lockhart with the score. 16-7 is our score now. That's Joyner and Barrett working across the timeline. 20 seconds left on the shot clock as Fuller attacks the basket. Shot is up and in. Builders shooting outstanding percentage from the field so far early on in the basketball game, as they're up now 18-7 as we have a foul. And that stops the clock at 15:07. As that foul call be on Marion Moore. That'll be the first personal foul for Marion Moore, the second team foul for the Builders. And that'll put Sadiq Johnson at the free throw line to shoot two. Owls trailing by 11, 18-7 here, as the first of two is up and good. Brandon Joyner makes his way into the ball game for the Builders, and Trey Brown makes his way back onto the floor for the Owls, as the Owls now trail by 10. 15:07 left in the first half. Builders have pretty much been in control throughout the basketball game, scoring the first 7 points in the game as the second of two by Sadiq Johnson goes down. 9-point advantage right now being enjoyed by the Builders as Joyner. Pressure, able to break the press. Feed down low to Walton, who misses. No foul call. Owls have the numbers. Three-point shot up and good by Sadiq Johnson. And that pulls the Owls to within 6. 18-12 now, our score, as the Owls turn up the defensive pressure. Here's Joyner. Feed down low. Ball poked away, but it will stay with the Builders. Shot clock is at 15. Game clock at 14:34. As Caleb Molesky makes his way into the basketball game for the Builders. Builders lead by 6. 18-12 over the Owls. And if you're just joining us, this is the quarterfinal round of the EMAC Classic. I'm sorry, not Classic, basketball tournament here at the Apprentice School Athletics Center, as Caleb Molesky able to clean up the mess. Three-point shot by Barrett. No good. Rebound comes off to Lockhart. Here's Johnson. 14:09 left on the game clock as Johnson misses from three. Johnson able to hit his last time down court. 18-12 is our score. Builders. Here's Barrett. Feed down low to Molesky. Shot is good. 20-12. Builders by 8 over the Owls, as the Owls work fast. Here's Neff. Neff loses the basketball, but it was last touch going out of bounds by Marion Moore, so the Owls will retain possession. 20-12 is our score. Builders, 13:35 remaining in the first half. Feed goes into Lockhart. Ball is stripped by Molesky. Good job of being disruptive on the low post by Molesky to get the steal, as Joyner turns it over. I'm sure Joyner understands that when you jump into the air, you must know what you're going to do with the basketball prior to the shot, and he did not know, and he commits the foul. Drew Walton and Andre Brown into the basketball game for the Builders, as the Builders inbound, leading 20-12 over the Owls here in the quarterfinal round of the EMAC basketball tournament here at the Apprentice School Athletics Center, as Joyner misses, gets his own rebound. Feed goes down low to Drew Walton. Shot is good. 22-12 Builders have built another 10-point lead over the Owls. 12:37 remaining in the first half. Here's Lockhart. Guarded by Drew Walton. Lockhart good. 22-14 our score. 12:24 remaining in the first half as Joyner works against the pressure defense of the Owls. 18 seconds on the shot clock as Joyner and Barrett look. It's Coach Key. Yells to his team to move. Shot clock at 8. Kick to Joyner. Joyner traveled with the basketball. No call. Molesky fights for the rebound. Can't get it away from Lockhart. 11:54 left in the first half. Builders by 8. 22-14. It's Lockhart. It's fouled. Shot is good. That foul will go on Miles Barrett, and that will be Miles Barrett's first personal foul. Nicholas McDonald makes his way into the ball game for the Owls, along with Justin Storr. And Jaquan Lockhart will step to the line to shoot a single free throw, as the Owls have narrowed the Builder lead down to 8, 22-16. 11:46 left in the first half, as Lockhart is able to convert. 22-17, Builders sitting on a 5-point lead over the visiting Owls from Warren Wilson College, again out of Winona, North Carolina, as the Builders. Barrett able to break the press and the timeline. Here's Brown. 20 seconds on the shot clock, 11:35 on the game clock. Joyner looks for Walton. Can't quite get it there. Skip pass cross court. Here's Brown. 3-point shot, no good. Last touch by the Builders. Marion Moore back onto the floor in place of Caleb Molesky as the Owls press. Nice job of faking the defense out for Trey Brown of the Owls. 22-19, Builder 10-point lead now cut to 3. 11:07 left in the first half. Here's Barrett to Joyner. 15 seconds on the shot clock as it goes down. Back out over to the corner to Brown. Brown attacks the basket and he's fouled. That foul call will be on Jordan Gant. That'll be his first personal foul, the team's third. Clock is now stopped at 10:53 remaining in the first half as Andre Brown will step to the line to shoot 2, with the Builders leading 22-19 here at the Apprentice School Athletic Center. Glad you could join us as the first of 2 goes down. Sekou Fry, our producer engineer this evening. As the second of 2 by Andre Brown is good. Brian Fuller makes his way back into the basketball game as the Builder lead sits at 5. 24-19. 10:50 left in the first half. As the Owls, Trey Brown makes his way to the basket, nearly turns it over. Shot blocked by Marion Moore. Drew Walton clears the defensive board. Here's Barrett. 10:33 left in the first half. Builders 24-19 over the visiting Owls. Drew Walton banks it high off the glass. Able to get the friendly bounce on the rim. Shot goes down. 26-19 Builders as the Owls nearly travel themselves. 3-point shot by Justin Storr. No good. Here come the Builders. Here's Joyner to Marion. His dunk is blocked, but he was fouled. That foul call will go on Brent Davis. That will be his second personal foul. So we can fully expect him to be sub-4, as Brent Davis is holding his thumb after that exchange with Marion Moore. But Marion Moore will go to the free throw line to shoot 2. 26-19 is the score. Builders lead. As the first of 2 by Moore misses, Brandon Joyner makes his way back into the basketball game along with Sadiq Johnson and Jaquan Lockhart of the Owls. 26-19, 10:03 remaining in the first half. Builders have led throughout. And the second of two by Marion Moore goes down, and he'll take a seat. Caleb Molesky into the ball game for the Builders. 27-19 our score. Builders over the Owls. Builders able to jump out to a quick 7-0 lead early in the basketball game and have held that lead throughout. Here's Storr with Fuller guarding. Shot clock at 15. Lockhart looks. Back to Storr. Here's Gant. Three-point shot in and out. But Joyner able to fight for the rebound. Here's Barrett. 9:30 left in the first half as Barrett looks over the 2-3 defense being played by the Owls. I'm sorry, they've now jumped into a man-to-man defense. Fuller, shot clock at 10. Here's Molesky, kick to Barrett. Shot clock at 7. Here's Drew Walton, shot up and good. 29-19, the Builders have built a 10-point lead once again. Lockhart with the rebound. Another long three-point shot misses for McDonald as Barrett is on the run. Here's Fuller. Molesky there for the rebound. Molesky to Fuller. Nice pass, he was fouled. Nice pass underneath by Caleb Molesky to keep his eyes up. Find Fuller. Fuller wasn't able to finish, but he was fouled by Lockhart. That'll be the first personal foul by Lockhart to go along with 7 points for him tonight. Bryant Fuller will step to the line to shoot two. Builders lead by 10, 29-19. 8:43 remaining in the first half as the first of two from Fuller goes down. 30-19 our score. Builders lead. Quarterfinal round action of the EMAC basketball tournament here at the Apprentice School Athletic Center as Fuller converts the second. Corey Joyner back into the basketball game for the Builders as Storr crosses the timeline for the Owls. Here's Lockhart trying to get the ball to Sadiq Johnson, nearly lost it. Here's McDonald. Johnson guarded by Joyner. Shot up and good by Johnson. And for Johnson, that is his 7th point of tonight's basketball game. 31-21, 10-point lead by the Builders still. Here's Joyner. Shot clock at 20, game clock at 8:05. Brandon Joyner gets it to Molesky. Bit of a wild shot there by Molesky. Rebound cleared by the Owls. Here's Johnson. A lot of dribbling. Drew Walton with the steal. Walton, coast to coast with a layup. Builder bench was looking for the foul, didn't come, but that now pushes. The Builder leads to 12, and we get a timeout. Timeout being taken by the visiting Owls as they now find themselves down by 12 here in the first half as we come back courtside with me, Howard McCain. How's everyone doing? Glad to have you with us. Again, great action so far in the basketball game from both teams. The Builders look outstanding. Their energy level looks amazing. You wouldn't have even thought that these guys have worked all day, but they have. Remember, this basketball team is unlike any other basketball team probably in all of college basketball. Why? Well, they're not only college students, but they're also college employees. That's right. They work an 8-hour workday out in the shipyard prior to them coming here to play basketball for you and me. So if you see these guys get a little fatigued every now and then, please excuse that. Again, these guys work hard all day. And take it from me, I work here. This is not easy work, ladies and gentlemen. So for these guys to be able to come out and show the energy that they've shown so far in this basketball game, considering the fact they've worked an 8-hour workday, is okay with me. So right now they lead by 12, 33-21 here at the Apprentice School Athletic Center. Again, quarterfinal action of the EMAC basketball tournament here at the Apprentice School Athletic Center. Both teams are out of their timeout, and they're making their way back onto the court. 7:38 remaining in the first half. Drew Walton leads all scorers for the Builders. He has 12 so far in the basketball game. He's played well when he's been on the floor. Here's Gant with the basketball. To Johnson. Storr restarts the offense as he loses the basketball as he was making his way into the lane and commits the foul on the other end. So for Storr, that'll be his second personal foul to go along with 3 points. One long three-pointer tonight by Justin Storr. That'll be the 6th team foul. So Builders not quite in the bonus just yet as Marion Moore checks back into the basketball game. Here's Joyner. Shot clock at 22. Game clock at 7:17. Here's Fuller. To Moore. Shot no good. Brandon Joyner there for the rebound. Fresh shot clock for the Builders. It's Joyner. Skip pass to Joyner. He likes that corner three. Fuller mistimed his jump. Rebound comes off to the Owls, who trail by 12. Shot rims off. Rebound taken by Moore. Here comes Joyner. Joyner to Joyner. Did Joyner slip? I don't think there was a foul call. So they're going to say that Joyner slipped on the play and lost the basketball out of bounds, so that's a turnover for the Builders. Builders still continue to lead 33-21 over the Owls. 6:40 remaining in the first half. Here's Brown with the basketball to Gant. Gant works, looks. Finds Martin. Here's Johnson. Three-point shot is good. 33-24. Builder lead now cut to 9. 6:17 remaining in the first half. As Barrett able to make it across the timeline. Shot clock at 15. Barrett still handling the basketball. Can't find a lane to penetrate into the lane with. Here's Fuller. Shot clock at 5. Barrett, kick to Joyner. Long three, misses everything. Here comes Gant off to Brown. Shot up is good. 12-point Builder lead has now been trimmed to 7. 33-26, 5. 36 left in the first half as the Builders look to try and take out the Owls so that they can advance in the EMAC basketball tournament against Johnson Wales out of Charlotte. Builders nearly turned it over. Shot clock at 9. Here's Moore. Shot no good, but there was a moving one. The defender for the Owls was moving, and he was called for the foul. That was Sadiq Johnson. So for Sadiq Johnson, that'll be his second personal foul to go along with his 10 points tonight. And Marion Moore will toe the line to shoot 2. And the first one, with a little bit of help from the front of the rim, goes in. We'll take it. Builder lead built back up to 8. 34-26, 5. 17 remaining in the first half. As Marion Moore connects on the second of 2. That's point number 9 tonight for Marion Moore. As Andre Brown makes his way back into the basketball game. Andre Brown with 2 points so far as Trey Brown works against him. Shot up and good. Quick 2. Put in by the Owls. 35-28 Builders. 5:03 remaining in the first half. Shot clock at 20. Here's Moore. Able to get around the defense, and there's going to be a blocking foul called on the baseline on Sadiq Johnson. That will be his second personal foul. So that's the team's 8th, as Marion Moore will step in. He was fouled in the act of shooting, so this will not be a 1-and-1. This will be a 2-shot foul. as the Builders continue to lead by 7, make it 8. 36-28, 4:53 remaining in the first half. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, the Builders have led throughout the ball game tonight. As Marion Moore sinks the second of 2. Caleb Molesky will make his way into the basketball game, and at tip-off, the temperature outside was about 37 degrees, but the Builders have not played cold at all. They've been hot from the opening tip as they continue to work against the Owls. Again, they played the Owls twice this season, taking both contests, 109-107 in overtime at Warren Wilson, as the shot by Nicholas McDonald is up and in. Builders lead 37-30. Builders also played Warren Wilson College here at the Apprentice School Athletic Center and took them out 87-73 last month in January. So the Builders know how to play against the Owls. Shot clock at 10. Here's Andre Brown. Out to Barrett. Shot clock at 7. Barrett works against the defense. Crossover. Kick into the corner. Here's Barrett. Shot clock at 2. Molesky able to clear the offensive glass. Shot is up and good. Nice work on the low block with the rebound and the putback by Caleb Molesky. He now has 4. He now has 4 points in the basketball game as the shot by the Owls, Trey Brown, misses and sails out of bounds. Builder basketball. Here's Barrett. Builders leading 39-30. 3:40 left in the first half. It's Barrett looks. Joyner, shot clock at 15. Here's Brown. Molesky with the basketball, shot clock at 10 as he launches. The long three-point shot is no good. Marion Moore able to clear the offensive rebound, but had his pocket picked. As Neff able to find Gant, back out to Johnson for 3. 2 Builders fought for the rebound, poked it away from each other right into the hands of Gant, who's able to put it up and in, plus the foul. 39-32 is our score as we get a timeout. Timeout by the Builders. 3:08, 3:10 remaining here in the first half as the Builders continue to fight in this basketball game to play their way into the next round of the EMAC basketball tournament here at the Apprentice School Athletic Center. If they win, they will take on Johnson Wales University out of Charlotte, who's the #1 seed in the entire tournament. Johnson Wales is a very good basketball team, but our team is playing exceptionally well this evening. Again, taking on a 12-17 team of Warren Wilson, who's come out really fighting tonight. For Evan Key, his team currently sits at 12-13, 4-6 in the EMAC coming into tonight's basketball game. So the Builders have an opportunity to not only get their record, their overall record back to 500, which is outstanding considering some of the adversity that this team has faced during the season, but to get their record to 13-13 and still advance in the EMAC tournament will be outstanding. So the timeout is over. Both teams are making their way back onto the court as the Builders hold on to a 7-point lead, 39-32, 3:10 remaining in the first half. Let's see what happens. Here's Jordan Gant, who has an opportunity to complete the three-point play. Prior to that timeout, he was fouled on the shot. Shot was good, and the free throw is good. So the Builder lead now sits at 6. 39-33, Builders lead, 3:04 left in the first half. It's Barrett. Works against the man-to-man defense of the Owls. Here's Joyner, shot clock at 14. Walton, looked down low for Moore, couldn't get him, shot clock at 8. Here's Barrett, shot clock at 5, launches. Shot no good, rebound taken by the Owls. Here's Gant. Builders' biggest lead tonight has been 12. Builders' lowest lead has been 3, as the Owls able to convert, and that has now cut the Builder lead to 4. 2:22 remaining in the first half as Barrett works with 20 seconds on the shot clock. Barrett off of the screen from Walton. Fuller. Moore. Wild shot. No good. Rebound taken by the Owls. The Owls are running. Here's Brown. Shot up. No good. But they call a blocking foul underneath on Fuller. So for Fuller, that'll be his second personal foul to go along with his 7 points. That'll be the 5th team foul on the Builders, as Trey Brown will step in to shoot 2, with the Owls trailing by 4, 39-35, 2:04 left in the first half. And the first one goes down. Builders still hold to a slim lead now of 3. If Brown converts, this will be the closest the Owls have been in the basketball game all night long on the scoreboard. And he misses. Here's Barrett with the basketball. Shot clock at 20. Game clock at 150. As it goes down on the blocks to Moore, who misses the shot. Rebound taken by the Owls. I apologize, I was blocked. I thought that last free throw was missed by the Owls. It went down. So the Owls only trail by 2, the closest the Owls have been all evening on the scoreboard to the Builders, as the Builders nearly turn it over. Nice pass down low to Walton, who couldn't convert. Here's Brown to McDonald. Rebound cleared by Walton. Here come the Builders. 1:10 remaining on the game clock. 22 seconds on the shot clock as Fuller stepped out of bounds. Fuller stepped on the baseline, making his way to the basket. And that's going to be a turnover for the Builders. 1:05 remaining in the first half. Owls lead by 2. As the Owls turn it over. Joyner with the basket. 41-37, Builders by 4, as we're now under a minute remaining in the first half. Builders 41, Owls 37. Here's Lockhart. Shot clock at 15, game clock at 40. Seconds, that is. Lockhart misses. Rebound cleared by Walton. Builders can't hold for the final shot. 3-point shot. Oh! Did everything but go down for Joyner. So the Owls can hold for the final shot, and they do not, but the Builders get the rebound. 16 seconds on the game clock. Shot clock is off. Here's Barrett. Builders lead 41-37 over the Owls of Warren Wilson College. Here's Barrett. Game clock at 5. Feed to Joyner. Long 3-point shot. Short. No good. 2 seconds. 1 second. Good if it goes. And it misses. And that is how the first half will end here at the Apprentice School Athletic Center. We're into the quarterfinal round of the EMAC basketball tournament. And welcome back to courtside with me, Howard McCain. Again, Sekou Fry, operating as our engineer-producer tonight. Want to thank him for all of his hard work this season, bringing these games to all of you. Again, want to thank Bayport Credit Union for their continued support of Builder Athletics here at the Apprentice School. Again, Builders take a 41-37 lead into the halftime locker room, and it's been a fantastic game if you are a Builders fan, which we are. They've done a great job of not only taking an early lead in this basketball game, but maintaining it. Builders came out fast, scoring the first 7 points of the basketball game, and they haven't looked back since. The Owls were able to trim the Builder lead down to as many as 2, but the Builders able to put together some timely baskets to give themselves a decent lead here at halftime as we take a look at some of the halftime stats. For the visiting Owls of Warren Wilson College, again out of Swinona, North Carolina, leading scorer is Sadiq Johnson. He has 10. Right behind him with 8 is Jaquan Lockhart. He's pretty much their low post player. Leading rebounder is Jaquan Lockhart for the Owls. He has 6 rebounds. Only 6 turnovers committed by the Owls in the first half. That's not bad at all for Coach Anthony Behringer and the visiting Owls. Owls shooting 13 of 31 from the field for 41.9%. 3 of 16 from three-point land. That's only an 18.8% clip, but they have not missed from the free throw line. 8 of 8. Folks, that's 100%. For our Builders, who currently lead in the basketball game by a score of 41-37, leading scorer is Drew Walton. He has 12. Right behind him, Marion Moore with 11. On the boards, it is that's Drew Walton. He has 6 rebounds. Right behind him, Marion Moore. So the guys underneath really doing the work right now for the Builders. Builders only turned the ball over 5 times. That's probably the least amount of turnovers I've seen this Builder basketball team commit in one half of play. Builders, 15 of 37 from the field. That's 40%. 2 of 14 from three-point lines. So they may want to, hopefully they can shore that up in the second half. 9 of 10 shooting from the free throw line. That's 90%. So those are the stats. Again, the score, 41-37 at halftime. So we're going to take a break. After this, we'll come back and get you all set for the second half of quarterfinal action of the EMAC tournament here at the Apprentice School Athletic Center. We'll be back.
Here we go.
My name is Letitia McCain. I am Director of Education of the Apprentice School. And I think the most fun part of it all is building a relationship with the students.
You know, the opportunity we can offer here at the Apprentice School is a very unique one to pursue student athletes. It's one of
my favorite part of it, and since I came right out of high school, and I'm able to work better with others.
Oh man, it's a great experience. I mean, you're doing what you love. You're learning a great trade that you can use anywhere. It's just a great experience, best experience I ever had.
I loved it because it taught me time management, it taught me patience. I was one of those ones that did everything last minute, so it taught me how to go to work, get time for resting, get time for homework and school, and stay on top of things. My favorite thing about being an apprentice has to be the numerous opportunities that you get. As long as you show initiative, determination, and you dedicate yourself, there's no door that can't be opened.
It's not your traditional four-year college scholarship type athlete. Just hearing about them actually getting out and working every day told me a lot about their character to even sign up and be committed to a program like this. So the challenge, I think, just knowing that these women can do both, it was inspiring.
Wrestling is one of those sports where it takes serious dedication to be really good at. And just like every other apprentice, they're going to school and they're going to work all day. They're working on nuclear aircraft carriers and submarines and being a full-time athlete.
I didn't know what to think. I was blindsided. Got to grow up a little fast, but I made it work. Been here 10 years now. And yeah, tuition free, simple. It's as simple as that.
Most recent grads that are graduating high school, their first year at college or typical university, they're sleeping in sometimes in the mornings. Our guys and young ladies are out beating on steel at 5:30 in the morning sometimes.
It's completely different. You really see how responsible you have to be to get up every morning and get to work, and how much people really rely on you.
This is not for somebody that's soft. It's something that it's very rewarding when you get through it. It's a long day. You're up at 5 or so. You may go to school all day. You may work all day, practice afterwards, get home, clean up, eat, do your homework, and get to bed and get ready to do it again the next day. So it's a sacrifice and it's a commitment.
I'd say my proudest moment really is just being able to have this opportunity and do it all. I mean, I got the schooling paid for and made it through that, and being able to do something that I'm really interested in.
But playing baseball is awesome through the apprentice school because it definitely just opens more doors to move up in the company. You can't have much more fun playing baseball.
Probably is the best decision that you could make coming out of high school. You're going to be able to pay your own bills, start your own career, and also at the same time, you could get your education for free. So it's really a no-brainer.
I was recruited right out of high school. Had a defensive coordinator come to my school and say, hey man, you're not going to have any student debt when you finish up. You're going to get to play football and work with your hands every day. I said, sign me up right then and there. Greatest experience of my life thus far.
You got to have some guts. You got to be hard-nosed to be able to survive this place, this culture, this atmosphere. So what we do is we come in, we tell our guys there are no excuses. We want guys that are smart, that are going to be able to come in here and get the classwork done. That's first and foremost. But secondly, we want hard-nosed guys that really love the game of football, guys that, you know, they can't wait to get over to football practice and they love to compete. We play a fast, high-paced, exciting brand of football, so that's something they can look forward to every day. With the way we're trending and the way our program is recruiting, I can tell you that we're going to be moving into some spaces that apprentice football has never been before, and I'm excited about it.
It's a great opportunity to be able to come to the apprentice school, not only play the sport, but also be able to have a career out of it as well, too.
I believe the proudest moment I've had is to see all of our players, walk that stage. I challenge each one of them to become a superintendent as a minimum, and several of them are going through the ranks making supervision, so I'm real proud of that. That's probably more than any of them shooting 69 or 70 in my opinion.
It's a big deal. When they come here, they're building nuclear-powered submarines and aircraft carriers for the U.S. Navy, and basketball is just the fun part. But what our apprentices do on a day-in and day-out basis is protecting our security at home, so it's something that they're going to be able to really take pride in for the rest of their lives.
We play a huge part in the safety of our country, being a contractor of the United States Navy, and it's just an opportunity that we can offer that no one else in America can, so it's really unique here and really awesome.
The opportunity of the apprentice school should be known to a lot of individuals because it gives students an opportunity to come in and not only learn a trade, but also you get a chance to be an athlete as well. So to be able to get job skills, on-the-job training, as well as interact and be in a world-class company, I mean, what more can an individual ask for?
I'm Michael Allen. I'm the Director of Athletics here at the Apprentice School, and I am a builder.
My name is Brian Cave, and I am a builder.
My name is Nicole Jackson, and I am a builder.
My name is Ben Jones, and I'm a builder.
I'm Joey Maben, and I am a builder.
My name is Zach Johnson, and I am a builder.
My name is BJ Maben, and I'm a builder.
My name is Quanisha Bruce, and I am a builder.
My name is Evan Key, and I am a builder.
My name is Mike Amrazovich, and I am a builder.
My name is John Davis, and I'm a builder.
My name is Austin Saylor, and I'm a builder.
My name is Marcus Chevres, and I am a builder.
My name is Lou Picola, and I'm a builder.
I'm Brandon Joyner, and I'm a builder.
I'm a builder.
I am a builder.
I am a builder.
I wanted to go off to college with my grades. I grew up quick. I came in as a 19-year-old. Kind of tough waking up at 6 o'clock to be to work for 7, work 8 hours a day, and still go out there and perform and play basketball at a high level. When I graduated, there was a sense of pride, self-confidence, motivated the next level to get my business degree. Just coming in, I didn't have that confidence. But the staff were so great at the apprentice school with me and instilling the confidence in me to believe in myself. And when I walked across the stage, I felt, part of something special. I rung the bell twice. Once for my family that was pushing me, and twice for the naysayers. We're building a new class ship. We faced some tough challenges, but as a crew and as a whole, we're coming together, we're putting it together. It's the first of its class, and right now I'm doing long-term makeup. My daily task on a day-to-day basis was to maintain a group of 15 people. I'll instruct them on what to do, I'll give them their job, the paperwork for the day. I'll make sure that they're working safe. I'll go around and monitor their work. 20 years, I'd like to be the director of the apprentice school or something like that, or even X32 department. I got a 20-year mark to become a director. Apprentice school is a place of love, friendship, happy, outgoing people. Just a place you can call home, you know? I just think the apprentice school is a place of opportunity.
All right, everyone, we are back here at courtside at the Apprentice School Athletic Center. Want to welcome you back into tonight's quarterfinal action of the EMAC basketball tournament being played right here at the Apprentice School Athletic Center on the campus of Newport News Shipbuilding in the heart of Newport News, Virginia. Again, thanks to everyone who has tuned in this entire season. We couldn't have done this without you. And we could not have done this without Bayport Credit Union and their continued support of Builder Athletics here at the Apprentice School. And right now we are at halftime. Builders with a 41-37 lead over Anthony Behringer and the Warren Wilson Owls. Again, whichever team wins this basketball game will advance to the next round, where they'll take on Johnson Wales University at Charlotte. In Charlotte, again, the #1 seed in the entire tournament. Halftime is over. Both teams are back on the floor. The Owls will open the second half of action with possession of the basketball as Lockhart gives off to Brown. Again, Builders 41-37 lead over the Owls. Brown feeds down low to Lockhart. Shot clock at 20 seconds, but that doesn't matter because the Owls turn it over. Again, Owls come in with an overall record in tonight's ball game at 12-17 as the Owls go with the full court press. Builders able to break it. Here's Barrett. Shot clock at 20. Game clock at 19:39. Builders 41. Owls 37. Shot clock at 15 as Barrett attacks the basket. Shot up, no good. Rebound taken by the Builders, but there's a foul. That foul will go on Nicholas McDonald. That'll be his first personal foul and the team's first of the half, so no shots upcoming until the Builders get, or at least until the Owls have 17 fouls. Inbound goes into Moore as the ball is worked around to Fuller. Fuller for three, shot goes down. 44-37 is the new score. Builders by 7. 19-14 remaining in the first half as Johnson works with the basketball on Fuller. Builders in a man-to-man defense. Fuller kicks the basketball, so that resets the shot clock to 20. Game clock currently sits at 19:07 as the Builders again look to play their way into the next round of the EMAC tournament. If they're able to defeat Warren Wilson, again, who comes into tonight's basketball game with a 12-7 record, 3-5 in the EMAC as the ball is tapped out of bounds, out of Lockhart's hand. Shot clock at 12. Game clock, 8:57 and counting. Here's Brown, shot clock at 9. Here's Gant, shot rims out, but the rebound is tied up underneath between Joyner and McDonald, and the possession arrow is in favor of the Builders. So it'll be Builder basketball as they hold to a 7-point lead. 18:48 remaining in the basketball game as Barrett works on Gant. Owls, pressure defense. Builders just break the timeline at 21 seconds on the shot clock. 18:32 on the game clock as the shot clock is now at 10. Joyner, still a mighty long way from the basket as the shot clock goes down to 6. Long three-point shot just hoisted up by Fuller, who actually had a few more seconds to be able to work for a better shot. Johnson for 3, misses.
Let's go, let's go, let's go!
Walton with a rebound. Here comes Barrett. Barrett backs the basketball out. 22 seconds on the shot clock, 18:03 on the game clock as the Builders hold to a 7-point lead, 44-37. Barrett to Moore. Shot, no good. Lockhart with the rebound. Johnson to Gant for 3. No good. Rebound fought for by Fuller. Fuller unable to bring the basketball in as we have a timeout. Timeout, Builders, as Coach Evan Key wants to get his troops over to the sideline and give them, I don't know, it's not going to be pretty. Hopefully they're not very close to my mic because Evan Key is very unhappy with his team's play here in the second half. Rush shots, guys just aren't concentrating so far early in the second half, but there's a long way to go in this basketball game. 17 minutes and 43 seconds remain in this basketball game. Can the Builders make good decisions and hold on to this lead to get themselves to the second round or the next round of the EMAC tournament? We're about to find out. Owls look to inbound underneath the basket. Brown looking, able to get it out to Gant. Lockhart. Gant on the attack. Shot no good. Rebound tapped around. Comes down to the Owls as Johnson launches. His three-point shot is good. And that now makes the score 44-40. Builders hold to a 4-point lead as Fuller. Shot is no good, but he's fouled. He is fouled by Jaquan Lockhart. And for Lockhart, that will be his second personal foul to go along with his 7 points. Fuller steps to the line to shoot 2 for the Builders. 17-18 remaining in the basketball game, and the Builders lead by 4 to make it 5. 45-40 is our score. as the Builders are set to make a substitution after the free throw, but it's missed by Fuller. So the Builders hold to a 5-point lead, 45-40 as Lockhart launches a three. That's obviously not his shot, as it missed the entire rim. 17 minutes remaining. 20 seconds on the shot clock as Barrett works. Runs into Moore. Shot clock at 15. Here's Barrett. Barrett to Moore. Shot clock at 10. Kick to Barrett to Joyner. Shot clock at 8. Moore shoots. Short. Shot clock at 2 as Walton, unable to get anything off. It's actually a shot clock violation, but it was a play on by the officials, and the Builders able to get the basketball back for another shot at the basket. No good. Walton put back, no good, but he's fouled. That foul call will go on Nicholas McDonald. That'll be his second personal foul to go along with his 4 points in the basketball game. And that puts Drew Walton back at the line to add to his already team leading 12 points in tonight's basketball game. Walton has played very well as the first of 2 goes down. Caleb Molesky and Sam Morris make their way into the basketball game for the Builders. 16-24. Builders lead 46-40. Again, Builders have led throughout the basketball game as Walton misses the second. Here's Gant to Lockhart. Back to Brown. Brown on the attack, splits the defense, and lays it up off the glass. 46-42, Builders by 4. Nearly turned it over as Morris loses the basketball off of his knee, out of bounds. So the Builders with another turnover. Again, Builders able to keep their turnover total down to 5 in the first half, which is very, very good. But they turn it over here, and here come the Owls with Trey Brown. 26 seconds on the shot clock. Here's Johnson. Shot, no good. Rebound taken by Joyner. Here's Joyner, coast to coast, shot up and good. 48-42. Builders with a 6-point lead. 15:40 remaining in the basketball game. Builders still in control. Here's Lockhart. Shot is good as we have a timeout. Timeout being taken by the visiting Owls at the 15:30 mark of the second half. And the Builders hold to a 48-44 lead. You can see that this one is going to be exciting all the way down to the final buzzer. The Owls just are not going away in this basketball game. It seems like right when they are set to make a run, the Builders have been able to get a couple of baskets here and there to kind of keep just enough distance between them and the Owls to keep themselves up on in this basketball game. Again, the Builders have led throughout. Took an early 7-0 lead in the first half and have not relinquished it. 15:30 remaining in the basketball game. 48-40 is our score. Both teams are back on the court, and we're ready to play. Joyner will inbound. To Joyner. As the Owls flash the trap, Builders able to overcome, get the ball into the front court. Here's Morris. 15 seconds on the shot clock. 15-12 on the game clock. Here's Joyner to Molesky. Shot clock at 9. Molesky goes inside, kicks outside to Gant. To Barry. Shot blocked by Morris as the long outlet pass goes off of the foot of Joyner, out of bounds. Brian Fuller quickly up off of the bench into the ball game. Sam Morris takes a seat. Builders still lead 48-44-14. 53 remaining in the basketball game as Brown launches. Shot in and out. Here are the Builders. Joyner crosses over. loses the basketball on the way up, but he is fouled. That foul will go. I thought it was on Lockhart, but instead it's going to go on Neff. Not really sure how many fouls it is on Neff, but Joyner will go to the line to shoot two. Builders lead 48-44, 14-49 remaining in the basketball game, and Joyner misses. So the lead will stay at 4. And Joyner misses the second of 2. 48-44 as Storr races down court with the basketball. Here's Gant. Storr. Down low to Lockhart, who puts it up and in. Now the Builder lead has been shaved down to 2, 48-46, as Fuller puts up a tough shot, but was bailed out with the foul. And once again, that foul is on Logan Neff. That'll be his second personal foul and the team's 5th. Builders still not in the bonus yet. They'll need 2 more team fouls to be committed by the Owls in order for them to be in the 1-and-1 for the remainder of the game. So Fuller will shoot 2. And he makes the first of 2. Marion Moore makes his way into the basketball game for the Builders. He has 11 points tonight. Fuller has 12. Make it 13. 50-46 is our score. Builders up by 4. And again, right when it looks like the Owls are going to make a charge at the scoreboard, the Builders do just enough to put just enough distance between them and the Owls to maintain the lead, and we have a foul. That foul is on Bryant Fuller. That is his 3rd personal foul to go along with his 13 points in the basketball game. So that'll put Trey Brown at the line for the Owls to shoot 2. Builders up by 4, 50-46, 14-19, remaining in the basketball game, as Brown misses the first of 2. As Brandon Joyner makes his way into the basketball game for Brian Fuller, he takes a seat. Brian Fuller currently with 3 personal fouls. So he'll get a few instructions from Evan Key on the sideline before he takes a seat. And Trey Brown makes the second of 2. 50-47 Builders by 3. 14-15 remaining in the basketball game as Andre Brown works against the Owl defense. Marion Moore. Steal by Storr. Here's Davis. Shot up, wild shot, misses, but Davis able to get the carom, still can't put it back. Builders come away with it. Here's Brown. Circles, but loses the basketball. But Brown gets it back from Storr. Neither team being particularly careful with the basketball on that last possession, but Drew Walton is fouled hard. Drew Walton is still down on the court, face down.
Foul number 24, Jaquan Lockhart. That's his 3rd, team 6th.
Drew Walton is holding his arm, but he does ask for a teammate to help him up. So he will go to the line to shoot 2. And if you know anything about Drew, like I know, when Drew gets fouled hard, he hates it. I would not be surprised if he plays the rest of this game angry from that foul. Nothing dirty about the foul, just a hard, tough playoff foul. Both teams want to win this basketball game as Lockhart will be called for the foul. And the first of 2 by Drew Walton is good. Corey Joyner back onto the floor for the Builders as the Builders now sit with a 4-point lead in the basketball game, 51-47, 13-39 remaining in the second half, and the second of 2 misses. Here come the Owls behind Davis. Dribbles in the traffic. There is a jump ball on the floor, and the possession arrow will keep the basketball with the Owls. So the shot clock will remain at 21 seconds for the Owls. Game clock at 13:29. Scoreboard in favor of the Builders, 51-47. Here's Lockhart. Davis to Storr, 15 seconds on the shot clock. Storr makes his move, shuffled his feet, no traveling call. As there's another jump ball, and this time it goes over to the Builders. Builder basketball. 51-47, 13-18 remaining in this quarterfinal basketball game of the EMAC basketball tournament between the Builders of the Apprentice School and the Owls of Warren Wilson College out of Winona, North Carolina. Here's Joyner. 15 seconds on the shot clock. Joyner to Moore. Here's Barrett. Barrett works on Gant. Barrett finds Drew Walton, who puts it up and in. 53-47, that is the 16th point of tonight's basketball game by Drew Walton, who is well on his way to recording a double-double in tonight's basketball game, as the shot is up and good. Count the basket at the foul. That foul will be on Marion Moore. That'll be his second personal foul. As Gant will step to the line to shoot a single free throw. As that was actually a three-point shot from the corner. I was blocked by the coaches, couldn't see it. But Gant unable to convert the free throw, so the Builders will hold to their three-point lead as Joyner feeds down low to Walton. Walton bangs, shoots, scores. And you can see Walton starting to play just a little bit angry down on the low post as he's able to get the shot to go. Long three-point shot by Davis. No doing. Here comes Joyner. Joyner crosses over. Shot up and good. Joyner able to cross over the defender and still get the shot to go as Storr races down court to score for the Owls. 57-52 is our score. 11:55 left as Joyner shot up, no good, but he's fouled. No correction, no basket. That is going to be an offensive foul call on Brandon Joyner. That'll be his first personal foul. Joyner yet to score in the basketball game. Builders by 5, 57-52, 11:52 left in the game. Nicholas McDonald into the basketball game for the Owls as Trey Brown scores on the offensive end. Drew Walton, long outlet, off the bank and good. Drew Walton now has 20 in the basketball game as the long three-point shot misses by the Owls. Here's Joyner. Joyner splits the defense. But Walton there with the putback and the foul. The hoop and the harm for for Drew Walton. And for Drew Walton, that is his 22nd point of the night. And that pushes the Builder lead to 6 here in the second half of play. 11:20 left in the basketball game as Drew Walton toes the line to shoot one. Drew Walton able to convert the three-point play the old-fashioned way. Builder 62, Owls 54. Storr feeds to Gant. 20 seconds on the shot clock. Feed in the corner to Storr, who works against Barrett. Storr fended off with the left arm. No call there. Barrett saw it as well. Tried to let the official know, but the official did not make the call, so 62-56 play on. Builders lead by 6. Corner feed to Fuller. Back to the top. Builders playing inside out as Barrett freed for 3, and the shot is good. 65-56 Builders with a 9-point lead as Storr steps through, misses, but he's fouled. That'll go on Marion Moore, folks. That'll be his third personal foul to go along with his 11 points. The clock is stopped as Justin Storr will step to the line to shoot two, with the Owls currently trailing by 9, 65 to 56. 10:26 left in the basketball game. The winner will travel to Charlotte to take on Johnson and Wales University at Charlotte. As the Owls, Storr makes the first. And that trims the Builder lead now to 8, 65-57. 10:26 left. And the second of two by Storr is good. Jaquan Lockhart will make his way back into the basketball game. He is their low post presence. Joyner works the ball over the timeline. 10:20 remaining in the basketball game. Shot clock at 20. Owls in a man-to-man defense. Shot clock at 15. Here's Barrett working on Storr. Back out to Joyner. Shot clock at 8. Shot clock at 3 as Walton misses. Walton is fouled. Foul underneath will go on Jordan Gant, and that will be his second personal foul to go along with his 6 points in the basketball game. And Drew Walton is playing like a man possessed underneath the basket right now. He has 23 points in the basketball game tonight. Not anymore. 24 points tonight for Drew Walton. 66-58 is the score. Builders by 8, 9:55 left in the basketball game. Drew able to get the friendly bounce and gets it to go for his 25th point of the night. Builders 67, Owls 58, Builders by 9. Here's Storr for 3. Shot in and out, Walton, rebound. Now going into the halftime locker room, Drew Walton had 6 rebounds. He may be 1 rebound away from a double-double as Molesky, his layup misses, but he's able to get his own miss. Barrett, off-balance jumper, comes off. Here come the Owls with Storr. To Brown. Brown traveled, but no call again. Kick out to Gant. 19 seconds on the shot clock. Here's Lockhart. Misses. Walton with a rebound. And I would not be surprised with that rebound if Walton now has a double-double into tonight's basketball game. As we're down to 20 seconds on the shot clock. Here's Joyner. Shot up and in. 69-58. Builders in control. Up by 11. Builders have led as much as 12, by as much as 12. Tonight as Storr works off the screen, misses on the 3. Walton with a tip on the rebound. Builders control. Joyner, 8:32 on the game clock. Tries to make his move, nearly turns it over, able to get it to Molesky, who does just enough to get separation for the layup, and the Builders now have their biggest lead tonight. 13, 71-58, 8:15 left in the basketball game. Builders looking to advance in the tournament. Beautiful feed down low. Nothing doing. Builder defense strong. The Builders able to save it from going out of bounds. That was not a change of possession, so the shot clock should not have reset because that was not a change of possession. Builders fight underneath. There's a tie-up, and the jump ball is the call on the floor. So the possession arrow is in favor of the Owls as Evan Key takes a timeout. And I know exactly why Coach Key is taking that timeout. He's taking that timeout because when that ball was saved from going out of bounds just a moment ago, that should not have counted as a change of possession. But unfortunately, here at the scorer's table, they reset the shot clock and it gave the Owls a fresh shot clock. So Evan Key wanted to talk to the officials and let them know that. I don't think he heard what he wanted to hear. So the shot clock coming out of this timeout will be at 28 seconds for the Owls an eternity for them to work and get a shot. Right now we're at 7:50 remaining in the basketball game. Builders with their biggest lead of tonight's game, 13 points, 71-58. Builders look amazing in tonight's basketball game. More notably, Drew Walton. Drew Walton is currently sitting at 25 points in the basketball game. We will check his rebounding totals here in a little while, but I'm sure he will enjoy a double-double on the scoreboard tonight at the end of this basketball game. Timeout is over. Both teams have made their way back onto the court. We're about to play some more basketball. Very entertaining game tonight. Nice crowd on hand here at the Apprentice School Athletic Center. Even though it's cold as heck outside tonight, people are kind of bracing for some adverse weather to come through the area. There's supposed to be a bit of a winter mix. That's snow and rain tonight. I think people are just kind of getting themselves ready for that tonight as Jacorian Martin hits from 3. And that trims the Builder lead to 10, 71-61, as you hear Anthony Behringer giving his team defensive instructions. Here's Fuller with the basketball. Fuller shot, no good. Molesky, rebound, fresh shot clock for the Builders as Joyner resets the offense. Here's Barrett, 20 on the shot clock to Molesky. Feed down low to Moore, shot goes down and comes right back out. Moore able to fight, put it back in for 2. 73-61 Builders by 12 in the basketball game. Here's Brown to Lockhart, 17 seconds on the shot clock. Offensive foul call. That foul call is going to go on Jaquan Lockhart. That'll be his 4th personal foul, 1 more, and he is disqualified. So he will have to be careful on defense for the remaining 6:48, and I'm sure the Builders are going to go right at him because he can't defend if he wants to stay on the floor, as Caleb Molesky able to add to his point total. He has 8, and that pushes the Builder lead to 14. This is the biggest lead of the night for the Builders as we have a foul. Corey Joyner with the foul, as Sadiq Johnson and Brent Davis make their way back onto the floor for the Owls. The Owls trail by their biggest margin tonight, 14, as the Builders are now leading 75-61, 6:34 remaining on the game clock. And if the Owls have any chance of getting back into this basketball game, they need to be within 10 by the time they reach the 5-minute mark on the game clock, and that right there helps. As a 3-point shot goes down for Nicholas McDonald. He has 4. As the Builders slow it down with Barrett. 20 seconds on the shot clock. 15 seconds on the shot clock, 6:08 on the game clock as Fuller lays it up and in. 75-54 Builders by 11. Here's McDonald. No correction, that was McDonald, as we have a foul call. That foul will go on Marion Moore. That will be his 6th team foul. Now that will be Marion Moore's 3rd personal foul to go along with his 13 points. And that will put Nicholas McDonald at the line to shoot 2. Clock is stopped at 5:52 as McDonald misses. 77-64 is the score here at the Apprentice School Athletic Center. Quarterfinal round action of the EMAC basketball tournament. The winner here will, and the second of 2 goes down for Joyner. 78-64. Builders match their biggest lead, 14. Davis misses. Drew Walton with another rebound. Joyner feeds to Walton. Shot up, good, and the foul. Drew Walton is going off. That is his 27th point of the basketball game, and he will step to the line to try to attempt to complete The three-point play. Not only is he doing it on the offensive end, folks, he's doing it on the defensive end as he misses. The rebound was fought for by Barrett, but Barrett commits the foul. But the Builder lead sits at 16, 80-64. 5:27 remaining in the basketball game. But there is still an eternity of basketball left to be played here as Lockhart checks back into the basketball game for the Owls. Remember, he has 4. One more foul and he is disqualified as Jacorian Martin settles in to shoot 2. First one up and good. 5:27 left in the basketball game. Builders lead 15, 80-65 over the Owls of Warren Wilson College. Second and 2 is missed. Walton with another rebound. Here's Joyner. Joyner able to cross the timeline with the shot clock at 21. Joyner works against Davis. 15 seconds on the shot clock. 10 seconds on the shot clock is Joyner. Makes his way into the lane, and he travels with the basketball. A little bit too much dribbling that time on that possession, as Joyner is slow to get up from the floor. He waves to the bench saying he's okay. So he elects to stay in the basketball game as he favors his left leg slightly. Here's Storr as we get a timeout. Timeout remaining, timeout taken by the Owls. 5 minutes remaining on the clock as we come back to courtside. Hello, everyone. Glad to have you back. Howard McCain, Sekou Fry here at courtside to kind of keep you in the know as to what's going on in tonight's basketball game. I've been trying to keep everyone up to date on what is being played for here in tonight's basketball game. Both teams trying to advance out of the quarterfinal round of the EMAC basketball tournament. And right now, the Builders have put themselves in a great position to do just that. They're up right now by 15 over the Warren Wilson Owls as Anthony Behringer calls a timeout to try to give his team their strategy for the remaining 5 minutes. Like we said earlier, if you want to gauge whether the Owls have an opportunity to get themselves back into the basketball game, you want to see what the deficit is at the 5-minute mark. That's where we are, and they're down by 15. To have a realistic shot of getting back into a basketball game, considering how many possessions each team will have down the stretch, you need to have that deficit down around 10. It's at 15 right now, so if the Builders can just play smart basketball for the next 5 minutes, they can get out of here with a win, and they can end up in Charlotte taking on Johnson and Wales University at Charlotte in the next round. Again, the #1 seed in the entire tournament, and I think we're going to have another timeout. I believe that timeout may have been taken by the Builders. So again, to reset things, 5 minutes remaining in the basketball game, Builders up by 15. But all the credit right now has to go to Drew Walton. Drew Walton currently has 27 points in the game tonight. Double-double. We don't have his rebounding totals as of right now, but we will get those around the end of the game and let you know. But I'm more than certain that right now, Drew Walton, right there, number 20, has a double-double. He has 27 points, double-digit rebounds. He has been a monster on the court tonight. The Owls just have not had an answer for him all evening. So for Coach Evan Key, his key players have really come through for him in tonight's basketball game. Timeout is over. Let's get back to the court. Owls will inbound just next to their coach, Anthony Behringer. Here's Storr. Shot clock at 25, game clock at 4:55. Fuller defending. Feed goes into Lockhart. 15 seconds on the shot clock as it's kicked back out to Storr. Here's Davis. Davis shoots. 3-point shot, misses everything. 4:38 remaining in the basketball game as Barrett is able to work it over half court. Here's Joyner. Feed to Molesky. Shot clock at 15. Molesky makes his move, gets it to Fuller, but Fuller travels with the basketball. So that is miscue number 1 down the stretch for the Builders. As Fuller travels with the basketball, Builders don't even get an opportunity to get a shot at the basket before they turned it over. Here are the Owls. Owls working quickly to Lockhart. Shot good. That's Lockhart's 13th point. Builder. Builder lead at 13 as the shot clock is now down to 23 as the Builders able to get it over the timeline. In time is Fuller. Misses. Walton. Offensive rebound, and the putback is good. 29 points in tonight's ball game for Drew Walton. That may be his season high as he gets a steal. And you can kind of start to see the Owls' energy go down just a tick as the clock continues to tick. We're at 3:25 remaining in the basketball game, and the Builders have a 15-point lead. Here's Barrett to Fuller. 3-point try. No good. Owls. Here's Storr. To Brown. Storr, long 3. Misses, but he's fouled. And that frustrates Evan Key big time because you never, ever, 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 never foul a jump shooter. The percentages of him making a 3-point shot from that range change drastically when he goes to the free throw line for a more makeable shot, and he misses. Joyner said after that foul that he didn't do anything, but he was close enough to Storr for the official to feel comfortable enough to call a foul. And fortunately for the Builders, Storr misses the first 2 of his upcoming 3 free throw shots. So the Builder lead still sits at 82-67, 3:06 left in the basketball game. Builders 3 minutes away from Charlotte. As Storr drains the last of 3, and Johnson substitutes into the ball game for Storr. Here's Joyner, able to get out of the trap. Fuller. Molesky's layup is good. 84-68 is our score as the Owls work quickly. As Nicholas McDonald scores 84-70, Builders, comfortable 14-point lead, 2.5 minutes remaining in the basketball game. As Joyner works to Walton. Kick to Fuller. Builders can take their time with the basketball. They want to eat as much clock before they finally get a shot off. And Fuller with a game-sealing 3-point basket, and that gives the Builders a 17-point lead at the 2:09 mark, but the Owls are not going away. Sadiq Johnson drains the 3. And now the Builder lead is 87-73 as the long 3-point shot misses. Rebound tipped around, comes off to the Owls as Sadiq Johnson misses on that 3-point try. Molesky with the ball. We're down under 2 minutes remaining in the ball game. Builders with a 14-point lead as we have a foul. That foul will go on Nicholas McDonald, so that will put Miles Barrett at the line to shoot 2. 1:41 left in the basketball game. Builders up big, 87-73 over the Owls. First of 2 misses. And if you coach Evan Key, this basketball game cannot get over fast enough as Justin Storr makes his way back into the ball game. Barrett missed the first of 2. Barrett with only 3 points tonight. I was about to say make it 4, but it comes out. Here's Johnson. Johnson, coast to coast, layup is good. As the Builders inbound, 87-75, 1:30 left in the basketball game. The game clock has not started. The game clock has not started as we get an official's timeout. Game clock did not start, so the officials get together to try to figure out what the official time should be. And once they do, they will elapse that time. They don't have a replay monitor here at the Apprentice School Athletic Center. So, 6 seconds will be taken off the game clock, so the game clock will be adjusted to 1:24. The shot clock will be adjusted to 23 seconds, so the Builders have 3 seconds to get the ball over the timeline. 87-75 Builders over the Owls. 12-point lead right now by the Builders. And again, if you're Coach Evan Key, this basketball game cannot get over fast enough as Caleb Molesky able to get out of the trap. Joyner with the basketball. 14 seconds on the shot clock, 1:13 on the game clock. Joyner has the ball poked away out of bounds by Sadiq Johnson. So 1:10 left. Builders, 9 seconds on the shot clock as we get a timeout. Timeout being taken by the visiting Owls, as the Owls are now left with only 1 timeout in the basketball game. So welcome back to courtside one more time. Builders have just been outstanding tonight. Not that many mistakes in this basketball game. We've seen Evan Key really get into his guys on a couple of occasions when there started to be a bit of a concentration lull early in the second half. But these guys have rallied and they have fought and they have done a great job tonight, and they are on the edge of winning this basketball game big. Right now they're up 87-75, up by 12 right now over the Owls of Warren Wilson College. And again, if the Builders hold on and win this basketball game, which it looks like they will do, they will travel to Charlotte, North Carolina, to take on Johnson & Wales University at Charlotte, the #1 seed in the EMAC basketball tournament. So it should be a fantastic basketball game. It should be a fun trip for the Builders, only if they win. And I put emphasis on only if they win. So great job tonight by the guys. Great job tonight by Coach Evan Key. Great job, even a greater job tonight by by Drew Walton, who has 29 points, double-digit rebounds. He's just done it all. Joyner fouled prior to the shot. Doesn't matter, he will shoot 2. That will stop the clock with 1:08 remaining in the ball game as Corey Joyner will look to add to his 12 points that he's put on the scoreboard tonight. And he does. 88-75, Builders by 13. Joyner with 13. And the second of 2 goes down as well. Builders 89-75, 14-point lead, 14 points tonight by Joyner. Johnson looking for some room. Molesky refuses to give him any space to get off a shot. Contested layup misses, but Lockhart is there for the putback as we are now under 1 minute left in the basketball game, and we have a foul in the backcourt.
Foul number 22, Sadiq Johnson. That's his 5th.
That foul will be on Sadiq Johnson, and for Sadiq Johnson, that'll be it. That is his 5th and final personal foul, so he'll take a seat for the remaining 51.1 seconds of tonight's quarterfinal action here at the Apprentice School Athletic Center. And the first of 2 by Joyner is good, so he again adds to his point total. He now has 15. And the Builder lead is back up to 13-90 to 77. Joyner misses the second. Here comes Gant. Gant weaves, and he's fouled. Not altogether sure why we will be fouling at this juncture in the basketball game, being up by 12 with 44 seconds left on the game clock as Jordan Gant looks to score the basketball with the game clock stopped. The object right now of the Builders is to get this final 44 seconds off of the clock. You can't do that when you're fouling and stopping the clock as Trey Brown makes his way into the basketball game. Gant makes on the first and makes the second. So the Builder lead is 11 as Joyner is fouled yet again. So we will play the foul game for the remaining 43 seconds, which means that this final 43 seconds is probably going to play out more like 15 minutes because the Builders will be fouled on pretty much every possession for the remaining 44 seconds. This is the third consecutive trip to the free throw stripe for Joyner, and he makes. 91-79. Builders by 12, 43 seconds on the clock. Joyner with 15. Now 16 points in the basketball game. Here's Gant. Builders just let Gant go as we get a timeout. And this will be the final timeout for Coach Anthony Behringer and his Owls, as I'm not really sure what the strategy talk could be right now for Anthony Behringer. It's pretty much academic. There's really no chance that this basketball team can come back in this game. But we've seen stranger things happen in the world of college basketball as long as you have the three-point strike. So I'm pretty sure he's going to try to get his guys in a position for points all the way down to the end, which is what a good coach does. They continue to coach their guys up until that clock hits 000. So as long as he has timeouts and a three-point arc out there, he's going to continue to fight. But again, I don't think that he can create enough opportunities as far as possessions for his team down the stretch in order for them to get back into this basketball game. So 92-81 is our score in the basketball game. Builders firmly in control, and they're looking to get themselves into the next round of the EMAC basketball tournament to take on a very tough Johnson and Wales basketball team. Again, the number one team or number one seeded team in this year's tournament. Again, want to thank Bayport Credit Union for their continued support of Builder Athletics throughout the season. Definitely want to thank my engineer producer, Sekou Fry, who's been here beside me week in, week out to bring you Builder basketball action. As I didn't hear a whistle. I guess there was a foul. Things just got kind of quiet down in the corner, but there was a foul committed. And that foul was on Nicholas McDonald. And for Nicholas McDonald, that will be his fourth personal foul. 36 seconds left on the clock. Builders still lead by 11. As Joyner makes his fourth trip to the free throw line in the past 1 minute on the game clock as he converts. 93-81 Builders over the Owls. A 12-point lead being enjoyed by the Builders, as the second by Joyner goes down as well. 94-81. Here's Storr for three. He misses. Here's Molesky. As Molesky is fouled. So 27.1 seconds left in the basketball game. And again, as long as the Owls have fouls to give, they are going to take them. So 94-81 is the score. Caleb Molesky will look to add to his 10-point total here at the free throw line with 2. And the first of 2 goes down. So 95-81, 14-point lead by the Builders, 27.1 seconds left. Again, as the Owls play the foul game, Molesky misses the second of 2. Here comes Gant. Feed to Store. Shot no good. Molesky with the rebound. And the Owls will not foul. Game clock at 12. Builders 95. Owls 81 as Barrett dribbles out the final 8 seconds of tonight's basketball game, and the Builders will advance to the next round of the EMAC basketball tournament to take on Johnson and Wales University at Charlotte in Charlotte, North Carolina. And a great game tonight by the Builders as they take out a very tough Owl team of Warren Wilson out of Swanani, North Carolina. Welcome back to courtside again with me, Howard McCain, for one last time as the Builders will finish out the rest of the basketball tournament on the road in North Carolina. It's been a great season. I've enjoyed bringing every single basketball game to you this season, along with Sekou Fry. It has just been outstanding. I want to thank Coach Evan Key for all of his support during the season. But the Builders did exactly what they needed to do tonight, and that's win the basketball game. They've now evened up their record at 13-13 on the season, and their conference record at 5-6 for Coach Evan Key. Big win for his basketball team. Great win for the Apprentice School. This basketball team has played hard all year long. Have they faced adversity? Absolutely. But they continue to fight every single game, win or lose, and they are enjoying the spoils of their success. It may not look like that so much on their overall record, but this is a really good bunch of basketball players who do enjoy playing together, and it has been a pleasure bringing this basketball season to you. As we look at the final point totals for tonight's basketball team, stat totals, for the visiting Owls who played well, but were unable to come away with the victory. Trey Brown leads all scorers for the Owls with 16 points, while Jaquan Lockhart led all rebounders tonight with 12. The Owls only committed 12 total turnovers, which is about average a lot of times for a well-coached basketball team. They shot 29 of 70 tonight. They only shot 41% from the field, 8 of 35 from three-point line, 15 of 22 from the charity stripe, and that's at a 68.2% clip, and they finished tonight's game with 81 points. But for the victorious Builders, you know who's the leading scorer, right? That's right, Drew Walton, 29 points, 16 rebounds in tonight's basketball game. 11 of those were defensive, so Drew Walton really did work in tonight's basketball game for this team. Right behind him with 18 apiece is Bryant Fuller and Corey Joyner, and the Builders only committed 13 turnovers. Builders will finish up tonight's game with a field goal percentage of 47%. They were 32 of 68 shooting, 5 of 20 from three-point line, 26 of 38 from the charity stripe. And again, that's at 68.4%. But the Builders did not relinquish the lead all night, ladies and gentlemen, scoring the first 7 points of the ball game, and they just led throughout. Owls were able to narrow it down to 2 a couple of times, but just couldn't quite get over the hump to get the lead away from the Builders. So for Coach Evan Key, it's on to the next round of the EMAC basketball tournament in Charlotte, North Carolina, against the #1 seed, Johnson and Wales University, out of Charlotte. So again, for Bayport Credit Union, just want to say thank you for your continued support of Builder Athletics. Again, for the final time this season, this is Howard McCain saying good night along with Sekou Fry. Thank you so much for tuning in. And remember, this is Builder Basketball.